Yep. I still stand by the fact that you could probably cross this. Or whatever. Took the long way around. That's probably better than the one that he has on right now. Yep.
Ah, good.
Gives him a little bit better toughness.
Help us! You can't leave us here! Don't worry, I'm here to free you. I just believe it's over. Do not worry about us. Go!
Can't miss this one guy back here.
Adversary is before us.
Not too hard. This bat seems to definitely help with retaining hatred and not really having to worry about it as much. So I can appreciate that. This is a pretty good upgrade. We'll take that. Is this an upgrade for him though? No. Lair of the Witch in Alcarnus is where we have to go. Doing a good amount of damage. Alright, and then what's this area here? Town cellar. The bonus area. Oh? Okay. Thought there would be more down here. Well, I guess it is a small area on the map, so it would make sense that it's not a huge thing, but thought there was going to be like a reward for going down there. A Lair of the Witch. Now we have to face off against Magda.
Your fate is sealed, Magda. The chase ends here.
It matters not. While you hunted me, Belial's Imperial Guard captured your little witch Leah.
Ah,
Soon,
damn.
her power shall be his.
Of course you did. And you're already dead. There you go.
No one else will die at Magda's hands. Another triumph for righteousness. Let the wicked tremble.
Take those. Don't need that, nor do I need that. Okay, let's see if there's any upgrades for the mercenary here. Doesn't look like it. Cool. Let's fill out the rooms map. Well, I guess we don't need to. And just return to the hidden camp because this is a dead end.
The Enchantress is quite intriguing. Wouldn't you agree?
I'm not sure she...
Oh, we got a cutscene.
As her life was slipping away, Magda claimed that the demon lord Belial would reign over our world. I will die before I let such a dark fate come to pass.
Now we're on the hunt for Belial.
Before I killed her, Magda told me that the Imperial Guard had captured Leah. I saw these guards at the Kasim outpost. They are the serpent demons of Belial, disguised as men.
Then they must be holding the Emperor against his will. I tremble to think what Belial might do with Leah and her growing power. The only chance we have to rescue Leah is to wrest the Emperor from the grasp of the Imperial Guard.
Ashira, the Iron Wolf's captain, may be willing to help us. I will speak with her.
Okay, so now we have to go find somehow to get Leah back. Always something, right? I was like, legendaries? That's just thing for crafting, I think. Might be wrong. Alright, so we have to go talk to Ashira at the gates of Caldeum. We just finished off Magda, so now we gotta meet up with Cain and Leah and kind of figure out what's going on in the city.
Ashira, the Emperor and my friend are in grave danger. I must gain entry into the palace.
I heard what you did at Kasim Outpost in Arcanus. You have my thanks, and you shall have my help. Captain Ravan, this man has vital information regarding the massacre in the Borderlands. We must see the Emperor at once.
Very well, but I don't think you'll find him receptive. Let them pass.
Okay. So let's go talk to the Emperor.
Let's go. I'll lead you to the palace.
Here we are.
You are bold to have sought this audience with me. My God,
And he's a
Caldeum is
child.
responsible for the massacre of innocent villagers in Arcanus.
Those are lies! Magda and her coven destroyed Arcanus in the name of Belial.
If you are innocent, then why do you have spies skulking through my sewers? Bring her in!
Leah? Yeah.
Let me go! I detest violence. Gods, I leave this matter in your hands.
Which I guess then is gonna mean, yep, they're all fucking demons. Like, did you think anything otherwise, though? Of course they're fucking demons.
We need to leave before more guards arrive.
Like, I mean, there'd be no other way, right?
I will cover your escape.
Ashira's like, oh shit.
I'll explain why when we get there.
Ashira's like, oh shit. So, that's why everything's all fucked up.
These demons are blocking our way. We must destroy their summoning construct.
Already did. Before you could even finish your voice line. We need to go to the sewers. Leah has something she wants to show us. That's apparently in the sewers. Also, where is Tyrael? He should be somewhere.
The sewers from here. This leads to the sewers.
Ah, here we go. Sewers of Caldeum. We get a helmet out of that. Grants us a little bit more damage. But I feel like the one that we have is actually better. So I wonder if it's better for our mercenary. No, it is not. So we'll pass on that.
Mother Adria, she's alive. The Imperial Guard is holding her somewhere down here.
We will find her.
We won.
Skill slot. Oh, so we get to pick another passive skill.
So Magda was telling the truth. Somehow I knew my mother was alive. I always knew it.
But you never knew her. Be wary, Leah. Things are not as they seem sometimes.
Alright, maybe this or this. Thinking this is probably the better choice. We'll do that. And then we also have that to mark as red. And what is this? Instead of multi-shot. Let me try that. That goes on for quite a while, actually. I don't think I'd ever really need to do that. Just because it's like a little too long, almost. Oops.
Torture, to taste their victims' terror. Poison is far too civilized for them.
We should be grateful. If they had more cunning, we might have lost this battle with a single sip of water. They should have run when
This Templar guy had a good point just now, that if they had poisoned the water supply, then it would have been pretty hard for anybody to actually fight the demons, because they'd be dead or severely poisoned. What's this way? Oh, some enemies came up from the what's it called? The pit. We'll get those on the way back. Got another chest. Not much in it. It's actually quite a bit better than the ones that I have on, surprisingly enough. We can give him these. And what's this thing? Reflection. Okay, we do want these. Let's experience.
Your fear betrays you.
Each and every crusader was a warrior of rare strength. They had mastered the power of light, of weapon and shield, and of self. Each was sworn to live as a crusader and to die as one. 200 years ago,
Dead end.
they took their apprentices and set out into the eastern swamplands. They were never heard from again. Until now.
Yeah, so just some more lore about the Crusaders. So that's the exit. But let me go this way. Okay. Not so tough now. What does that do? Gives us a banner. Or rather, banner pattern.
My exemplary servants. Keep the witch alive until she talks. Pain will loose her tongue, but only to a point. Remember what happened with the vizier's assistant? It was a pleasurable time, I admit. But the man had only incoherent babble and bloody strands of pus spilling from his lips by the end.
Okay, so that was something from Belial. the lore that we just listened to. And we got a necklace out of that also. Oh, and some pants. Though... pants are useless to us. They're not better for me, and they're not better for my mercenary. Let's go back. Before we go this way. One, I'm going to pick these up, and then also I'm going to go this way. Oh. There was just this chest up here. Well, at least we went back to make sure it was not anything else. It would have been quite sad if I missed out on something. This actually does more damage. Interesting. Though it's more average damage on the crossbow that I have. So I think I'll keep the one that I have. Also considering I get better like other stats from the crossbow that I have.
Tell us about the Black Soul Stone. We know of the three that the Horadrim used to track the Primevals. What is the purpose of this one?
Your master Belial has good reason to fear it. Leave her alone.
A black soul stone, you say?
Seize them!
Got some lore from that. This is technically better than what I have, but I don't think that I'll want to switch to that.
Leah, my daughter.
You know who I am?
My darling, I've watched over you all your life, but I never dared get close because of the danger that always shadows me.
We can't talk here. Let's get to safety first.
Good idea. Go back to town. That's what it was. It was a loose hair. I kept feeling like there was something like on my neck, and it was a loose hair.
I'm surprised Cain never told you why I left. He knew I was called to fight the Lords of Hell, and I knew he would keep you safe.
He's
There.
gone now.
Then it's fate that we have been reunited. Cain's work, your work, is my war.
According to the Herodric texts, only two evils remain. Belial is here in Caldeum, and Asmodan has yet to reveal himself.
So that gives us an idea. We have to finish off Belial here, and then go find Asmodan later on.
We're asking you about this Black Soul Stone. I remember reading about it in Uncle's journal, but it didn't seem important.
No, but
So what is this Black Soul
It is
Stone?
the key to defeating evil forever. It was created by the mage Zoltan Kuhl to trap demonic souls.
Yes, he was a renegade Herodrim, dismembered by his brethren before he could activate the Soul Stone. His head was sealed away in the Dulgar Oasis.
We must retrieve it, because if we're to use the Soul Stone to defeat Belial and Asmodan, Zoltan Kuhl must live again.
I do not like this. We can defeat Belial without using...
Oh, cutscene.
I have reunited Leah with her mother, the witch Adria. She spoke to us about the Black Soul Stone. An artifact that could permanently destroy the Lords of Hell. I must find it, at any cost.
Alright. Pick this book up if you're gonna let me. There we go.
Torturer, monster.
Find the Oasis
These
Gate
were
in the
titles
flooded
bestowed upon
causeway.
Zoltan Kuhl by the Horadrim.
though it cost them dearly. They killed the wizard for his crimes against nature and sealed his broken corpse within a shadow realm. It seems they were afraid he might return.
On here, isn't it?
So this game has one of the, like, what's it called? Cardinal sins, if you want to call them that, but whatever you want to call them. It's like a thing that kind of irks me about some games that have a lot of lore, like this one, in that there's so much lore and... oh wait, what? The Emperor.
Emperor Hakan?
Forgive me for my behavior at court. The gods would have killed me had I sided with you, but I will help you now as I can. You must be headed to the oasis. I can open this gate for you.
Ah, so he knows what's going on. Anyways, I was saying that there's so much lore and so much stuff that's voice acted. Like, I have this thing down here, and I'm not going to go through it because holy shit. But it's just like, I don't know, it feels like there's too many things to listen to, and they play over each other because you're picking up these lore texts and all these things play over each other, but then, you know, some have to take precedent over others because the main storyline actually needs to be important, right? Whereas the other things you pick up, it's not as important. The main storyline is really the main story that you're supposed to be paying attention to, at least. And that's why I don't know, it's just like, it's a thing that irks me, because especially I'm the kind of person who enjoys listening to all the little aspects of lore in a game, but when this or just any game has so many things and they play over each other and there's not enough time to listen to all of them without stopping what you're doing, I just, at that point, I can't care enough anymore about the lore. Yeah, I just can't care enough about the lore to stop what I'm doing and listen to every bit of voiced dialogue that we come across, just to make sure that I don't miss something. Like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Especially when I'm in the position of, like, recording? No, I'm not gonna do that shit. Like, come on. But, you know, at least the... oh shit, it's an oasis. I was gonna say, at least the main storyline does take precedent, so you're not really missing out on that. As opposed to, you know, like, some games, the main storyline does not take precedence, so all of a sudden...
Please help! The refugees will make fine slaves. And you will...
To those who doubt...
corpse.
Alright, well, fuck you. You're gonna die, bitch.
You have done something truly noble, warrior. Let me show you why this room is so important.
Is it loot?
The Imperial Guards were trying to take these refugees. I did not know what to do. I am not the warrior my father was. Take whatever you want from his chests.
It is loot. Nothing super special. Yeah, so what was I saying? Oh yeah. So yeah, there's some games that, you know, you'll be doing something for the main storyline, and then all of a sudden you get some piece of lore that's like a side piece of lore, and it interrupts the fucking main storyline that you're supposed to be caring about. And that, especially that, is what makes me a little irked from games wanting to put all this lore into the game. And like, I appreciate it. I think that it's a better solution than not putting the lore in the game, or a good amount of lore in the game, just because there's plenty of games that don't have enough lore in the game, or rather they have lore but they expect you to go read something outside of the game. And it's like, if you're a big fan of the series or the game or whatever you want to call it, you'll probably go read the stuff, but the average person, they won't. Example of that would be Destiny 1, the first one. I'm not sure about Destiny 2. I feel like they're much better with Destiny 2. Probably learn from their mistakes rather. But in Destiny 1, you were getting these, I think they were called grimoires. But they were basically links in the game to lore that you could go read outside of the game on a web browser. And I get it, you know, you don't want to overload people. Like I was just saying, happens. But at the same time, if you're gonna just link people to some text, like, I think that's a worse solution, to be honest. We don't want to do the wind chill one, but anyways, I think that's a worse solution, to have to link people to an outside source just in order to give them the lore. And another game that I think did the same sort of thing was, or maybe I'm forgetting incorrectly on this, but I want to say Deus Ex Mankind Divided. There's a lot of problems with that game, and we might play it on the channel at some point, you know, considering the first game I played on the channel was Human Revolution, and that is Mankind Divided is the sequel to that game. But if I recall correctly, there was a problem that I had with that game where in order to get some of the lore, you had to like scan a QR code inside of an app that you had to download, and then it would unlock some lore for you. That's really bad, because I just want to read that lore, or, you know, if you're gonna voice it, maybe I'll listen. But I don't want to spend my time on my phone downloading an app that I'm only going to use for the game, and then also having to scan a QR code and then read something on my phone. It just pulls you out of the game entirely to have to do that. And it didn't make a whole lot of sense for that game, especially considering the fact that the first Deus Ex game, Deus Ex Human Revolution,
the center of the desert. What a strange place this oasis
The
is.
game, what game? Sorry, the lines here threw me off. But the I thought that these greaves were uniques for a second, but then I realized, yeah, there's no uniques in this game, unfortunately. So yeah, the what game is it now? I'm forgetting the name. Human Revolution. That game did not need you to go outside of the game to experience the lore of the fucking game. So why couldn't you have just kept that in the sequel? Like, you're supposed to improve on things, not go back, right? But anyways, that's a different topic, I guess. In other news, looks like we got an upgrade to our weapon. Like a fairly substantial one, actually. Which is why I switched to it over the heavy crossbow that we had been using. There's like a 20% damage increase, which is pretty nice. The base minimum damage is not as much, but the speed is a little bit faster, and I guess that's what gives the better damage. That being said, I think, yeah, the maximum damage of this is more than the heavy crossbow, so it is an upgrade, I believe. I might be wrong on that, but I think it is an upgrade. I'm curious, actually. I don't know how the legendary system works in this game, but I wonder if there's legendaries that are just set in stone, and then you get like higher tier legendaries depending on what difficulty you play at and find it in. Which, you know, maybe I don't know. I haven't played this game enough to really know all the ins and outs of the end game like that. And to be honest, probably never going to. The game's not active enough for that to be worth my time.
Darkness awaits you.
And not only is the game not active enough for that to be worth my time, the game is not amazing in order for me to warrant wanting to actually spend my time doing that. Maybe we can give this to the Templar? Actually, it's not better than what he has. This might be better than one of the rings that he has. Maybe that one. I think it's fine.
Someone help us!
We got some prisoners to free.
Thank you for saving me.
Incredible feat.
Did more down here? Probably. Yep. I got you guys.
To get out of here. Flee.
That's kind of funny that you can kill him from down here. Oh, hello. You're dead. Something I commend Blizzard on is their sound design. Haven't really mentioned it so far in this playthrough, but like all the abilities sound pretty good. Like they just sound responsive and impactful. But part of that is because they hire good people to actually handle the designs for their games. It's some other aspects of Blizzard that are not amazing, as many of you probably know. But they hire talented people, so that's why things are fairly polished in terms of the art and sound design, things like that. All that's pretty much top tier in terms of quality.